Hello, good morning. Our headlines today. The amount we owe on energy bills is at its highest level in 8 years. £780 million is owed to energy suppliers. That's even before we head into winter.
Warnings over the Gaza ceasefire, with delays in handing over bodies of Israeli hostages, concerns over aid deliveries, and questions over whether Hamas will lay down its weapons.
Good morning. With vet bills soaring over recent years, are customers being treated fairly? We'll find out the results of an investigation into veterinary practices.
London's Royal Albert Hall has been transformed ahead of an historic sumo wrestling competition. Japan's national sport is going to be taking centre stage here over the next 5 days, and we'll be speaking to some of the wrestlers taking part.
Let's have a look at this morning's newspapers, shall we? We're going to start with The Guardian today. They have this photograph of Khan Yunis, and they say the fragile ceasefire in Gaza has faced its first test, with Israel warning it will restrict aid, accusing Hamas of withholding the bodies of its hostages.
The Times has the headline, Hamas kills its enemies on ceasefire Gaza streets. The paper reporting on alleged executions in Gaza of suspected collaborators following the withdrawal of Israeli troops.
Elsewhere, the International Monetary Fund has predicted that the UK will be the second fastest growing country in the G7 this year, but will also have the highest rate of inflation. The Express describes the prediction as fresh humiliation for the Chancellor and a bleak verdict on the UK economy.
And the I paper this morning says that the triple lock will help to buffer older people from inflation, with the state pension set to climb by 4.8%. Some breaking news in the last few minutes for you, and Ofcom has fined the Royal Mail £21 million for failing to meet its first and second class delivery targets. Royal Mail only delivered 77% of first class post on time in the last year. It's the third time that the company has been fined by the regulator. Royal Mail says that it acknowledges the decision made by Ofcom and will continue to work hard to deliver further sustained improvements to the quality of its service. We'll talk to Ofcom in about an hour over that decision to fine Royal Mail £21 million to failing to meet its first and second class delivery targets.
A former funeral director in Hull admits multiple charges of fraud relating to human remains. Police launched an investigation into Robert Bush and legacy independent funeral directors in East Yorkshire in March last year. Also tonight, the Prime Minister promises to publish witness statements relating to the collapse of a case against 2 men accused of spying for China. Pet owners and rapidly rising vet bills. An investigation says costs need to be far more transparent. Researchers find that specially designed singing classes can help treat mothers with postnatal depression. And the winner of the Wildlife Photographer of the Year. We will also hear from a British girl who won the 10 and under category.
Here, the government has said it will pursue a company linked to Baroness Michelle Mone after it missed a deadline to repay more than £100 million over faulty PPE. PPE MedPro struck a deal with the government to provide 25 million surgical gowns during the COVID pandemic after being recommended by the Tory peer. Earlier this month, the High Court ruled that PPE MedPro had 2 weeks to pay back £122 million to the government, plus interest. The Health Secretary said they would pursue the money so it could be put back into the NHS. Baroness Mohn has described the judgment as shocking but all too predictable. The competition watchdog says people are paying too much for their vet bills. Are tax rises and spending cuts on the way? The Chancellor's strongest indication yet ahead of the budget. And then at 7 o'clock in our exclusive report, we hear from footballers on the impact of online abuse.
I feel a bit shocked, to be fair. It's like, what's the need for it? Like, I'm just playing a game that I love and trying to do the best I can, and to get discriminated on it is a bit harsh.
Just how unprepared are we for more extreme weather? The niece of a Kenyan woman who was allegedly murdered by a British soldier 13 years ago comes to the UK to fight for justice.
20 Grammy Awards, 150 million albums sold, and now a biopic focusing on a pivotal part of his musical journey. I'll be live on the red carpet at the premiere of the new Bruce Springsteen movie.
横綱大野里や豊昇龍らは
Sumo wrestlers prepare to wrestle in a unique tournament in the capital.
And pumpkin season is officially here, a little earlier than normal. Find out why in the national forecast. That's coming up a bit later in the programme.